Good morning and welcome to this morning's reflection. And just for a moment, let us be still and come into an awareness of the presence of our loving God. Open your heart and in this moment allow yourself to be generously loved. Surrender to the unconditional love of God. We're going to read this morning from the book of John chapter 20, verses 19 to 23. In the evening of that same day, the first day of the week, the doors were closed in the room where the disciples were for fear of the Jews. Jesus came and stood among them. He said to them, "Peace be with you." And after saying this, he showed them his hands and his side. The disciples were filled with joy at seeing the Lord, and he said to them again, "Peace be with you. As the Father sent me, so am I sending you." After saying this, he breathed on them and said, "Receive the Holy Spirit. If you forgive anyone's sins, they are forgiven. If you retain anyone's sins, they are retained." When Jesus died on the tree of the cross, all the hopes and dreams of the disciples were shattered. Their courageous zeal yielded to fear and listlessness. Their confidence gave way to disbelief and doubt. Locked, indeed, into their own powerlessness, the disciples were dispirited. It was as if when Jesus died, they lost their soul. Where had it all gone? What had happened to this magnanimity that had filled their spirit when Jesus first called them? In companionship with him, their life had been enlarged and filled with purpose. Now they were imprisoned by confusion and grief. Peace be with you. Jesus enters through the locked door of the disciples' heart. He pierces their fear and seizes hold of them. In his presence, the walls of their confinement tumble. This is Jesus of Nazareth, and he stands before them, risen in power, yet bearing his wounds. Transfixed by his risen presence, the disciples are delivered into enthralling, ecstatic joy. He had promised his beloved disciples at their last meal together that he would return. He had promised that he would bring them a peace that would heal and strengthen them beyond their most cherished dreams. Now, here he is before them. Peace be with you. The moment when the disciples were given birth has now suddenly come to fullness. Through the breath of Christ, they received the life and power of the Spirit. The new creation has begun. Having breathed of the same Spirit, the disciples are one with each other and with Christ, brothers and sisters in Him. All members of the community share with Christ His mission of reconciliation and peace. The entire community is empowered and sent to bring to others Christ's spirit of unconditional love and forgiveness. Filled with fresh excitement and urgency of purpose, the disciples' spirits are flushed with the rich prophetic breath of God, Schwan, Yahweh, that flows through their ancestral past. Yahweh says, I am now going to make the breath enter you and you will live. Ezekiel 37 and verse 5. The promise of the ages has come to fulfillment. In the Spirit of Jesus, the word of Yahweh is sorrow's sweet release. And so let us be still for a moment. Take time to form a mental image of yourself in the room with locked doors. It is evening. Notice the other people in the room with you. Notice who they are. Their facial expressions. The comments they are making to each other. Consider the reasons that you have locked yourself with others in this room. You are aware of the fear. And you see this fear in other people. Perhaps you ask yourself what it is within you that has you locked in. You ask yourself, is fear locking me in? Is it guilt? Is it shame? Is it self-doubt? What is it that locks you up? Suddenly, Jesus is present. And you form an image in your mind of Him standing before you with visible wounds. Consider how He passed through the locked door of the room, the locked door of your heart. Hear His words, peace, and allow those words to be absorbed deeply within you. Looking at Jesus, you see compassion and love in his eyes. He breathes on you. Experience his breath descending upon you. Breathe in deeply the breath of Christ. Allow that breath to enter through your nostrils and move down into your lungs and through your body. Now exhale all your negativity. Release all of your negativity. Feel your anger. Feel your doubt. Feel your fear, and so on. Like dust, it is released into the air. And so continue in this way, breathing in the breath of the Spirit of Christ and breathing out negativity. And as you continue to breathe in and breathe out, experience the heaviness leave you until gradually you begin to feel lighter, to feel loved, to feel forgiven, and rest in the freedom of being forgiven. Visualize before you those people you have hurt. Visualize before you those people who have hurt you, who have caused you pain. Filled now with the Spirit of Christ's forgiving love, breathe on each one of them in turn, allowing the unconditional love present in your heart to descend on each one of them. And continue forgiving each one until your heart is released from imprisonment. Experience the inner harmony and freedom of the gift of the peace of Christ, and hear the voice of Christ say, "Peace be with you." Peace be with you. And I'll leave you there with Jesus. Be with you.